Every time I see Phil Hellmuth around the table, I know entertainment is guaranteed. Personally, I like Hellmuth and think he's one of the best tournament players alive. As for cash, it is up for debate. We have 3 great hands featuring Phil Hellmuth with strong or decent hands that a pro would know how to play with. So, let's get straight to the action and see how Phil played them and how it ended up for everyone involved.
If I would have known I was going to lose both runouts, I wish Yo would have just ran it once so we both could have walked out together.
You gave me some hope, and then I just
We do have
Is that a raise or a
an incredible
With the
logger.
pocket sixes under the gun, not a great position, makes the obvious raise. JD calls because the king 5 are suited, so he's thinking about the king pair or high flush. Hellmuth with the pocket 8s could have raised, but decided to call, maybe catch the set. The accountant only calls because it's already the big blind, but overall that's an easy fold with the 10-4. We get an interesting flop as Hellmuth flops the set he was hoping for, but JD is looking for the possible nut flush with the ace on the board.
And we got it. Action flop.
The entire table checks, and let's try to break it down. Hellmuth checks because at this point he's not afraid of anything. He wants to lure players to bet and raise the pot, but that's a mistake on his part. He is allowing players to see a free turn that may give them the possible flush. JD checks because he has nothing at the moment and gets the free turn to see if he makes the nut flush. Ozzy checks as well with the middle pair to see if he improves on the turn for a set, and the accountant checks because, well, come on, 10-4 offsuit? Bluff here? I don't think so. And here is Hellmuth's mistake, allowing JD to get a free turn, which makes him the nut flush. Again, everyone checks until it reaches JD, who bets $1,500. The other players fold, and Hellmuth re-raising to $5,500 as he doesn't fear the flush here. Hellmuth could still make the full house to win this hand, so the question is whether JD is going to try to take this spot right away when he's ahead, or just call to try and get even more value from Hellmuth on the river.
Like Andy and
And he puts in the raise, and what's Phil going to do now?
JD decides to raise to $16,500, and thinking about it, he could have gone all in, and that's it. His decision for Hellmuth.
I really like this raise from JD. He knows Phil has
15
something.
more. I'm just. Is that about right? 15.
He's giving Phil a decent price to call, but he just doesn't have chips behind.
roughly 12.
Definitely going to need time.
But the flop was checked around, so I think Phil's going to be real suspicious here.
Any more of these later?
I think it's like every couple hours.
Yeah, we could do a little more.
We still don't know what kind of car Yang drives or what type of accounting the accountant does, but we know that Hellmuth does not want to fold a set here. Oh, and he's going to shove! And JD snaps him off. Oh, this is what we've been waiting for.
Hellmuth, for some reason, decides to go all in. JD, of course, instantly calls, and we go to the river.
Twice?
You want to go twice? I usually go one.
Phil asking for the twice.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to go one time. If Phil can't boat up here, we might get to see Hellmuth get in a little early heat in this session.
They run it once, and Hellmuth has to improve to a full house in order to win the hand. The river is insignificant, and JD wins the hand, and needs to tip Hellmuth for allowing him to catch the turn for free and make the nut flush, a mistake pros don't usually make.
Here comes the accountant.
On our second hand,
came to collect
Hellmuth has
today.
another pocket pair. This time, it's the pair of sevens, and he also just calls to see if he can improve it to a set. If it's not expensive, you enter the pot and see if you can catch the set. The accountant, ace king, raises to $1,700. Ozzy, with a nice queen
I'd
jack
like to see
suited,
Robbie get
calls.
involved, but I
And
don't
although
think
there
he's-
was a
he's
raise
definitely
and a
taking a more
call,
passive approach so far.
Hellmuth decides to call with the
suited,
medium pair
maybe appeal.
because we have a big pot to play for.
Alright, so we got a little action here. Phil with the sevens. Okay, so
Hellmuth still leads after the flop,
Take a quick
but
peek.
again, we have a flush draw, so Hellmuth should not give the
pros
free
call this
turn here.
information back.
Phil smartly bets now, but his opponents will probably call to see the turn.
He's not going anywhere.
Ozzy might even raise, if you ask me.
Oh my God! Is the accountant going to lay this down?
Not re-raising me pre-flop.
What? I think he's going to lay it down.
The accountant falls, which is reasonable, having 6 outs to improve only to a pair, and Ozzy calls to try and catch his flush. The turn doesn't change a thing. Phil decides to check, although I would have kept on betting and putting the pressure on Ozzy. Ozzy checks and gets a free river, which comes a queen, giving him the better hand over Phil's.
Phil with an assy lead.
A little eager.
Can Al sniff this out? I think Al's going to sniff this out.
Hellmuth bets $4,000, and Ozzy would probably just call here and see he won the hand.
Al has anything either. If he comes with a little 15 ball here, he's gonna get Phil real tilted real quickly.
16.
16.
Ozzy re-raises to $16,000 with the top pair, and Hellmuth now has to know he has the weaker
Phil plays
hand.
this off, we're gonna have a game. He's gonna be real tilted to start the session, and I think he might because it's kind of tough to put Al on anything. Checks back the turn in position. What's this guy got? Phil bet small too, so he kind of looks weak.
Hellmuth calls and sees he has lost the hand.
Yeah, he didn't.
I'm running. Good.
Fucking kidding me.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have a game now.
Al's the one guy I know who's going to give me like 100 for no reason.
I
Great raise.
can't help it if I hit.
Great raise.
You have the hearts too.
I love it when Phil rants, because Phil makes mistakes during his play, allowing free cards, betting small, so he basically allows players to improve their hands. It's not that they have played with garbage hands or had nothing to play for or try to improve their hand. You allow them to make the better hand, Phil. You allow them to catch their cards. So, instead of tilting and ranting, which personally I love it because it's super entertaining, try to learn from every hand you lose and improve your play. Wow, can't believe I'm advising Phil, the legend, Hellmuth.
Come.
That's the type of hand I want to spend my Valentine's Day night with. If my wife is busy, of course. And Hellmuth has kings, and this is going to get spicy.
Eric Hicks looks at ace-king suited, the big slick, and only calls when he should raise with such a hand. Hellmuth looks at kings and raises to $2,000.
Re-raise, 5,500. Seat 1, 5,500.
And Berkey with 8-6 of diamonds, putting in the cold 3-bet.
Re-raise,
But
2.
it's not over, because Berkey free bets to $5,500 with a nice hand, holding the 6-8 of diamonds, betting maybe on the straight or flush. Action continues with Hicks 4 bets to $20,000, and Hellmuth calls. Now is the time for Berkey to throw away the hand. It's too expensive to catch a straight or a medium
Yeah,
flush.
he's just going to fold. And the big boys are going to go at it. Mad Genius versus Hellmuth. And Mad
The
Genius.
flop guarantees entertainment just like I promised, as Hicks made the nut flush with the ace diamond flush. I think you should either check here or bet, but not too much, in order to give Hellmuth the chance to re-raise him or call to the turn.
Genius flops the nuts. And Hellmuth's got an overpair. This is not going to end well for him. Mad Genius just thinking, how much can I get from this
Is the
guy?
accountant business in deposit? 20. Where?
He bets 20.
$20,000, we just have the pot. A good bet to lure Hellmuth in, who would at least call here, if not raise. Hellmuth is no fool, and believe me, he's thinking about the diamond flush here as a possibility. Hellmuth calls, and we go to the turn. That comes the 8 of hearts. Nothing for Hellmuth to worry about.
Around here, unless something crazy happens, Mad Genius is just wondering, how much can I get from this guy?
That's like nice and convenient for you. Holy shit, that's like huge.
50 ball.
50,000.
My husband almost opened his law firm down there, but he thought maybe people.
And Hellmuth is just getting chopped down like a tree in the olden days.
He continues to fire and bets a bit more than half the pot, little by little growing the pot. Hellmuth could put him on aces, but that's
It'll be
it.
really convenient. It's really
Can't see
fucking
Phil
cool.
folding
He
the
can do
kings
really
here.
well.
The whole thing is just gold next door.
He's going to want to at least see a river in position.
The best
What if
thing
I have
ever.
two red aces? Is that good?
10 seconds.
Or do you have drop?
Phil's in there. He's not going anywhere. And if this river is a brick,
This is the biggest pot I played in a long time.
it's a big pot. Already almost 200,000 in there.
Hellmuth is trying to get some information from Hicks, but eventually he calls to see the river.
And the river's another diamond, and this is going to save Phil. This is the lifeline he needed. He's not going to be happy. He's going to be in Megatilt. He thinks he just got sucked out on. Meanwhile, he just got saved.
The river comes the four of diamonds, which can save Hellmuth a lot of money, because now Phil definitely considers the possibility that Hicks has a diamond and maybe made a flush here. Hicks should bet, because if he checks, Phil can check as well, fearing the possible flush.
50,000.
And he bets 50 again, and oh man, he's just trying to milk him, but Hellmuth can't beat anything
Don't see
now.
Hellmuth folding, no raising here. I think he'll just call, because there is a possible flush here, and the pot is already high
Sucked
enough.
out on.
Oh my god.
And he calls! Oh my god, he pays it off!
Two.
The mad genius with the perfect river sizing gets a 50 ball out of Hellmuth on the Diamond River. This guy is incredible. And Hellmuth's done! He's done!
If I can't trap the crazy guy with ace king versus aces, I guess I'll just quit.
He's out of the game! A half an hour walk, comes back and loses a massive pot to the mad genius, and
Hellmuth has expected calls and won't be happy from the end result. Any player would have been disappointed from losing with pocket kings to a flush. But Hellmuth has his style, and he decides he's done, and it's enough for him. And so, we would like to thank Phil Hellmuth for these entertaining hands, and for you guys for watching them. Have something to say about the hands or Hellmuth? Comment below, and let's talk about it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe, and keep following our videos to support our channel. We truly appreciate it. Don't forget to visit our site, casinoglow.com, to claim your bonuses and take advantage of our promotions. Have a great and winning day, and I'll see you in the next video.